Alright, it's the Pfaffenhain V14. Here's what the key looks like. And yeah, it's a pretty common lock for master keyed systems, so it's possible that when you buy these locks used, that they are full of master wafers. But they are quite fun to pick. They have this wicked curved keyway. Looks a little bit scary, but actually you can pick pretty straight up in there. And they have a little surprise inside. And yeah, let's just start and show which tension fits the best. I think it was the thinner one. No. Oh, this one is perfect. Okay, so we have 5-pin stacks, and it feels a little bit crunchy to pick. You really have to check that you don't pick any warding here at the left side. It's easy to accidentally get caught in a little ledge that's there. Click there. Pin 1 is binding now very tightly. So I usually would like to use depot for that, but I can't find my depot. I have no idea where I put it. So number 4 is binding now. And we have a false set. Let's check for any spool pins. I think it's number 5 that counter rotates first. And the counter rotation is pretty tiny to detect. So, and we have an open, but there is more. When you turn the core up to this position, it will relock again and it won't move. It's a little bit like the EVA DPI that has the screw for one driver pin that can fall in there and relock the core, and the same is happening here. But there isn't a sidebar. You have to press to release the pin. There is basically a hole and a steel ball, and I will show you in a second. And here we go. So let's do a 4 turn, and let's lock it up again. Alright, just get rid of my vise. So the Pfaffenhain is one of this stupidly strong C-clips on there. So here we go. And you need a slightly thicker follower. I don't know the exact diameter, but it's not the usual one that fits in basically every lock. You need the slightly thicker one. Okay, and then you should point the Bible a little bit forward, because there you can already see the steel ball I mentioned earlier. I will put it here in the tray already. Let's get the key pins out here. So here we have a master wafer in chamber 2. I remember that the wafers need It's needed for the working key. As well. So I usually have to pick 2 spools in this lock. I think I have actually preset one of them because we had only one time that pin gave us counter rotation, so the second one was already set. So here are the pin stacks. Yeah, the housing is pretty standard, nothing modified here, no groove or something, but isn't required because let me show you this neat little trap mechanism. So first of all, you can see this little cutout there, so this way you can theoretically look right into the keyway itself. And what's happening is with the steel ball, and this is basically deep enough in there that the pin can fall into that hole and relock the core. And when you usually use a key, this sharp piece of profile here of the key will lift the ball. Can you see that? Just a tiny bit there, falls in, and there it gets pushed out. And this is enough to prevent the driver pins from falling into that. And when you pick it, you have to use a very short profile hook, for example. I used this one here. And you can go right in this little cutout here. This is where the profile of the key glides along and pushes the ball out. Yeah, pretty neat, pretty cool. I like this lock. Not the hardest pick, but I like it when locks have little surprises hidden inside. Let me give you a little close up here. Pretty neat spools with these fat ends there. And yeah, the counter rotation is pretty... they give good counter rotation actually, but you really have to press them, you have to kind of force them. They don't want to counter rotate for you. And yeah, that's basically all. The Pfaffenhain V14. Thanks for watching and see you next time.